Hello everyone, welcome back. I believe that soon people will start getting Kuni from the resource shop, so today I have made a Kuni guide video for you guys. As always, there may be other ways to play that I'm not aware of, so feel free to explore different ways to play and let us know. Okay, let's start the guide. To make it simple, let's call this skill 1, 2, and 3. Kuni's skills are determined by the combination of skill 1 and skill 2. If you don't make the combination beforehand, you will not be able to use the skills. Skill 1 and Skill 1 deals physical damage. When Kuni disappears at the beginning, she becomes invincible for a split second. The skill animation cannot be cancelled. Skill 1 and Skill 2 deals thunder damage. Throughout the skill animation, Kuni is invincible but can take damage once she returns to the screen. The skill animation also cannot be cancelled. Skill 2 and Skill 1 deals wind damage. The skill can be cancelled, but doing so will also cancel the combination mark. Once she rolls up, the skill cannot be cancelled anymore. It's better not to cancel unless you are trying to avoid enemy's attack. This is best for single enemy since it's fast and have higher damage. Skill 2 and Skill 2 deals fire damage. The skill can be cancelled, but once Kuni jumps up in the sky, the skill cannot be cancelled anymore. As you can see, Kuni's skills cannot be cancelled, so you have to find the right timing to use them. Additionally, if her Divine Grace is fully charged, you can use skills without using the combination mark. Instead, the skills will consume the Divine Grace. When it's full, you can either trigger skills twice or combine them with the ultimate. The ultimate skill has the same elemental damage as well as elemental resistance reduction determined by the combination. The ultimate cannot be used if you don't have the combination either. Therefore, it's important to keep using skill 1 and skill 2 as soon as they finish their cooldown. You can use skill 1 and skill 2 during normal attacks or during skill animation, so try to keep them in rotation. Let's start with the red code. This code provides a 20 Divine Grace bonus when the combination is formed. It also reduces skill cooldown if you use the different elemental damage skills from the previous one. These two factors help you quickly fill the Divine Grace and allow you to use skills more frequently. The damage buff on last code works like this. If you use the combination of skill 1 and skill 2, then you have to use the next skill starting with skill 1 to get buff. So after skill 1 and skill 2, you can either use skill 1 or skill 1 skill 2. However, to get the cooldown bonus, you need to use different combination from previous skill. So you have to use skill 1 and skill 1. After skill 1 and skill 1, you need to use combination starting with skill 2. So skill 2 skill 1 or skill 2 skill 2 and goes on. To simplify it, you can rotate all 4 skills together. So combo looks like this. However, I find that using only 3 combinations, which are skill 1, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, skill 2 is more effective and easier to use, and manage the Divine Grace to charge fully at the combination of skill 2, skill 1. However, it's totally up to you how you create the cycle. This code is fun to play as it allows you to play in a real ninja style, but it will require some practice to maximize efficiency. Now let's move on to the yellow code. Please note that there is a mistake in tooltip. Skill 1 gives a critical damage bonus and skill 2 gives an attack damage bonus while the mark is up. With last code, you will get additional critical damage bonus or attack bonus depending on the mark for 3 seconds after the mark is gone. So the yellow code is more efficient when your critical rate is high. However, I've tried this code with 20% critical rate, plus 10% from Genjun 5-star Functor, plus critical Sigil, and it was already good enough to use. In this mode, you can simply use combination of skill 2 and skill 1, as this will provide the best damage bonus, plus skill of this combination is most efficient too. The combo in the yellow code is much simpler. Turn on combination of skill 2 and skill 1 to get the buff, and use your normal attack until the cooldown is 1 second left. Then use skill 3. As soon as you use skill 3, turn on combination of skill 2 and skill 1 for the buff. By doing this, you will have the buff throughout the entire battle. Just keep an eye on the Divine Grace and use skill 3 a bit earlier when it's fully charged. This code is simple and strong, but you need to stick to the one skill. In my opinion, the AI also performs the best with the yellow code. Now let's move on to the blue code. This code is also okay to use. The damage output of this code is slightly lower than other codes, but it provides many debuffs for enemies. You can play it similar to the red code, or concentrate the debuff on your choice. It's good to have the signature Functor for sure, but you can just use the Genjun Functor this time. In later version of the game, Kuni mainly used the Genjun Functor with different setting. It requires more investment, but it's worth considering. There are many sets for Kuni, and you can use various combinations. However, I recommend getting this specific set as it can be used in any situation and is still usable in the most recent version of the game. Additionally, you can save up materials for this sigil for the future setting. Buzembo is a good partner to team up with, or any elemental team that Kuni can support. I think Kuni is a really fun character with her 4 skill combination, and she's worth investing in. I hope you find this guide helpful and learn something new as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye guys.